half of the roof. If I'm to be exact, I think it was from this place where I'm standing. There were a few pillars there. Those ones that are this side are still standing. And some other 3 there. There was no wall in between. But we had the roof. God told us to shift. During that period, the mayor of Kigali was called Mutsinda Shaka. He had given a decree. He had said, no one should work in unfinished structures. That was pertaining to businessmen or non-business entities. Even churches, he didn't even think about it. During that time, that's when God told us to give away the building we were renting and come to our own place. I remember telling the church council, whom I respect so much and I still honor, they told me, are you sure about what we are going to do? Imagine this atmosphere when they are telling people not to use incomplete structures, and you're telling us God has told you to shift. But God has not spoken to us. Let me tell you something. God speaks with a person and then gives him a mission to speak to others. God spoke to Moses. You didn't get me. Let's give a round of applause. He spoke with Moses. I told him, now is the time that my people get out of Egypt to their promised land. And then you go and speak to Pharaoh whom I have not spoken to. Speak to the house of Israel who haven't heard from me. If there is something that's so hard to do, he's telling people that God has spoken when they have not heard him. And yet he's even able to talk to them. That is what Moses encountered. Because there's a time they told him, I told Moses, we are fed up of hearing that God has said. Every time you're telling us God has said. Every time you're telling us you've heard God. Tell God we also want to hear him. So Moses went back to the mountain and told God, these people are good people. But you are the one having an issue. You always talk to me and tell me to go to them, yet you're able to speak with them. So that we are able to grow. God told Moses, tell the Israelites to come up hither. When they were approaching the mountain, God revealed himself. And thunder and lightning. And the atmosphere changed. The atmosphere changed. And then Moses said, come. If you want to see God, come. You cannot see God without encountering a barrier. If you want to see God clearer, there's a certain limitation you have to go beyond. He was letting them know seeing God is possible. But you have to go beyond a certain limitation. When they heard thunder, they were scared and said, from today onwards, always speak to God. To use you, to speak to us through you. Because it is scary to see God. So God told us to shift here. The church council told me it is not easy. And I told them that I feel like I'm led. Jeremiah one time said, you deceived me and I accepted to be deceived. Sometimes faith sounds like deception. And we shifted. I got a letter, wrote to the landlord, told the landlord that we are moving, you can give other people. When we left, immediately other people rented the space. Then we
mubabwire ngo mugiye gukora 40 ku kibanza 40 nirangira muzasubira ahandi.
And then we told them that we shifted into an complete structure and wrote to the local authority and told them we are going to construct 40%. After the 40%, we will construct another part. The sector leader asked me, do you know our leadership? What do you mean? I told him or her that this is what I mean. We are going to take 40 days of prayer. We can even go to the prayer mountain. But we are going to pray from here. It's incomplete, yes. After these 40 days of prayer, we shall go back to where we were. But this is the place we are going to pray from. Please allow us to just pray from this place. And she told me, I am not the mayor. What will I tell the mayor when they say? Because even people go to prayer mountains, I don't hinder them from going to prayer mountains. So you will be accountable for whatever. That was the first time we started 40 days of prayer. On the third day, the joy of fellowshipping in our own premises led someone called Claude. Many of you know him. He gave all the bricks that he wanted to use for his own purpose. And then all the 3 walls were raised with bricks. And then we were left with half of the church without a foundation or even a pillar. From that day up to now, we left that structure. Let us give a round of applause. From that very day till today, I believe in the God of 40 days. Whenever we begin 40 days, I tell people I'm going to partake. There are things that will happen. There's a time we even raised to 40 days. And we took 70 days of glory. We saw many things I've never spoken. Recently we had our 40 days of redigging the wells. We had 7 weeks. Every time we begin prayer, God does something. I encourage you to be part of these prayers. Tell your neighbor that those seasons are back. Those seasons are back. Those days are back.
Overcoming our limitations.
Challenging whatever has been challenging us. That is our theme for this year. That's what I'm going to talk about. We've read the news of the Israelites, David and Goliath.
Uwo Mufilisitiya nguko bukeye nuko bwije ngo akabasatira ngo ageza ntyo iminsi 40 yigaragaza cyanga aba challenginga for 40 days.
For 40 days Goliath challenged the Israelites daily.
Bwira mugenzi wawe ngo iyi ni iminsi Satani ahagurutse ariko ni iminsi Imana yacu igomba kugaragaramo.
These are the days that the devil is challenging us, but there are also days God will reveal himself.
Sinzi impamvu ya 40 muri Bibiliya.
I don't know why the Bible keeps referring to 40. But the 40 is
Yesu yamaze 40.
a significant number.
Mose yamaze 40.
Jesus did 40.
Goliath Dawidi muri 40
Goliath and David's situation 40 days. We have many 40 days in the Bible that I may not have time to explain. Since this week I will be sharing, I will have time to expound. Just 2 words I will speak about as we begin our 40 days of fasting. The first word, our life has challenges. Tell your neighbor, our life has things that challenge us. Have you told them? Our life always has things that challenge us. I'll just speak about 3 of them that challenge us. David, the first time he reached this place, he found people whispering and murmuring. Many of the things that challenge us, the first our first limitations are the things that we hear. What we hear. What we hear.
What we have been told.
What we've been told. Or whatever comes to our ears. You can imagine that scenario of David, Goliath, and the Philistines on the other side. Goliath was a well-known, renowned person. He was a giant. Tell your neighbor he was a bodybuilder. Nowadays the youth are building their bodies. You refer to them as people who have built their bodies. If you keep building your body without building your spirit, the demons will destroy that body. Let's build the spirit as well. Paul told Timothy, you're still young. I'll tell you one word. And told him, physical exercise is profitable. People will fear you. As you walk, people will fear you. When they see you, they will honor you. It is profitable, physical exercise. In few, it is profitable in a few. The physical exercises are profitable in a few things. Very few things. It may help you. It may take you to certain places. But spiritual exercise, exercising yourself unto godliness, entering the 40 days, using your knees and praying, reading the word of God, exercising prayer, in serving God, it's much more profitable. In this life, it's profitable. In eternity, it is a ticket on the world and the key to heaven.
So,
Goliath was a giant. Everyone knew and had heard about him. Those who saw him from afar, they would say, look, he's Goliath. Secondly, he had a history, a well-proven record of victories. This was not his first encounter. I'm still talking about the first limitation of what comes. What are you hearing nowadays? Which rumors are coming? Which discouragement? Which voices are discouraging you? Are they telling you that you're a failure? That servant of God who had gone to the US, that was 2008. That's when he told me this Parkinson's, if his father succumbed to it in 8 months, I told him you won't die in 8 months. What you're hearing is not godly. He just passed away last year because he had been more alive more than 15 years. He was over 8 years, which means many times we die because of what we entertain. Every time the devil wants to kill, he begins by whispering. They are whispering voices telling you won't make it, you will never be anything, even your family failed. One person told me that no one marries among the girls. In our family, they never wed. And those who wed, they do not stay. I told them, you're different. With Christ, we have hope in Christ. When Christ comes, that's what Paul told Philippians. I can do all things through Christ. It's what we have been told. David reached this place. He heard the stories saying that guy there is called Goliath. This is what he's saying. He's telling us that if we are men, let us choose one amongst ourselves and we fight. And if he wins, we shall be submitted to him. And if the person they have chosen wins, the Philistines will submit. For 40 days, no Israelite is going outside. Because Goliath, he's well known. He's feared. He's a warrior. There's a warrior you may meet and you get discouraged. I will ask you, before you is a God who is almighty. He's above all voices. I always tell people, bambwiraga ko bidashoboka uno munsi byashobotse timwokongera kunyigisha kwizera kuko gusa nibusi byo bambwiraga aho narizi tazarenga nareze harahagije ngo menye ngo naho ntaragera zahagera. If I told you how many voices that have come to discourage me and yet have been able to go through, you would not even teach me faith because I've heard a lot and yet seen God come through. Hari abantu hano abavyeyi babo bishe mu ntekerezo. We have people here who have been whose parents have told them they will never succeed because someone failed in mathematics, and they tell their child you will never amount to anything. But today they are supporting the very parents, those who couldn't handle math. Whatever you hear, take heed what you listen. It could be a gateway to faith or gateway to your burial. What have you taken heed? What limitation is there where people have told you can't make it? Challenge those voices today. Tell those voices I'm a child of God. And with God all things are possible. Don't entertain those voices. Entertain what God says about you.
Don't hear what you hear. Don't hear what you hear. Hear what God is telling to you. N'obéis pas la voix que tu entends.
Do not obey whatever you hear.
Obéis à la parole de Dieu.
You obey what God, the will of God. What God says about you.
Ibyo twumvise.
What we've heard.
Bavugaga Goliath bakamuvuga mu maseri.
Goliath would be spoken about in series. Remember what he overcame. Remember the other battle he overcame. Remember those ones that he overcame. Remember the people he has killed. There were records of Goliath's life. David said, who is that? What you heard, is it bigger than what God has said? He had taken many days in the wilderness. He knew God's voice. He was feeding his faith. What you feed in you is what makes you who you are. What you listen to is what creates you. The name of the word is what defines who you are. It's not what people say. It's what the word says. I'm not who people say I am. I am who the word says I am. I'm not who family say I am. I am what the word has said about me. I'm not who people say I am. I am who God says I am. When you listen and understand that, then you'll start breaking through the limitations. The second limitation,
what we see,
is what you see. The things around you. Sometimes we do not hear enough, and the devil thinks it's not enough. And then he goes to the eyes. As David was still hearing the story of Goliath, Goliath had not yet appeared. As he was still inquiring about Goliath's victories, then Goliath appeared. And all men hid. When he looked to Goliath, he saw what he had heard is exactly what he saw. Challenges never change. But your eyes can change. Your eyes can make a challenge big or make it small. Among the 12 people who went to spy, all of them saw the similar things. They saw similar things. Even when they came back to Moses, they did not disagree on what they saw. But their eyes of faith deferred. And some despised what they saw. Others believed what they saw. Some said, the way we saw them, we show you how we were as grasshoppers in their eyes. Joshua and Caleb, who had eyes of faith, they said that is true. The land has honey and milk. It has the Anakites and the Jebusites and all those people. They are great people. But we didn't see ourselves as grasshoppers. But we saw this. If God is pleased with us, we shall consume them as bread. We saw edibles. If there's something easy to eat, it's bread. It has no formula.
Najua wa Kenya mnapenda ugali kabisa. Niho hantu hambere ubwoko bwa mbere bukunda umutsima bwa mbere nabanya Kenya.
Kenyans love
yo bajavuga ngo this is the true food.
They love maize meal so much.
Mpamvu yo gutanga amafaranga mukagura ibidahaza ubugari nibwo biti ibiryo nyabyo.
They love maize meal.
Abakabi n'aba Nigeria.
The second people who love ugali is Nigerians. The third, I won't speak about the third group.
aha ko barambwira ngo abagande simbizi ariko icyo nshaka kuvuga niki.
I wanted to say this.
Umutsima ntugira formule yo kurya.
There's no formula to eat maize meal.
Ugashyira mu kanwa.
You just use your hands,
ukajundika.
throw in your mouth and swallow.
Iyo umaze kujundika,
when you keep it in your mouth,
kawunga ntigira negotiation mu kanwa.
it doesn't negotiate.
Ntigira n'imigwi mibi mu nda ngeretse imboga zayo.
It is smooth.
Baravuga ngo niba Uwiteka twishimira.
This Caleb said,
wabariye nk'umutsima.
if God is pleased with us,
imbogamizi ziri imbere yawe.
those limitations before you are not bigger than your God. If God is pleased with you, if you are with God in 40 days, if you are beginning with God, whatever you see before you, we have a God. We have God's power. We have an Almighty. Whatever He says comes to pass. He makes a way in the wilderness. I'm still speaking of things we see before us.
What do you see? Harababona ibiheko abadayimoni abarozi.
Some are seeing witchcraft, demons before them. They never see God, they never see Jesus, they never see angels. One time Elisha had such a Christian. They were with him, and then there was an army against them. His disciple, called Gehazi, told Elisha, look, the army, what we see. Gehazi saw the army. And Elisha said, Gehazi, really? Your eyes? You only see those who are against us. You never see those who are for us. We have many Christians that have eyes for their enemies. They have eyes for their enemies. They have eyes for demons. They only have eyes for the devil. In these 40 days, may God touch your eyes and see those who are for you, and see who is by your side. The word says, he who is by our side is more greater than with them. The one who is by our side is greater than who is against us. David said, how come? The reality before him was like any other person. I will explain. Goliath was not just a giant, but naturally he was taller than everyone. And he was a warrior good at battle. The third thing, in their time, they used sticks and stones as weapons. There were no rifles then. Goliath was the first person who came with metallic armor. With a metallic armor. David saw him. He was used to his stick and his catapult and stones. Then he saw the opponent with a metallic armor and a sword. But he was not afraid. Faith is knowing. It's beyond what we see and sees God beyond. Faith is despising what you see and seeing as God sees. Abraham, the grandfather of faith, one morning with his wife, you could see his body old. What we see, that is an old body, an elderly man of 90 years, and his wife 90 yeyears plus. Then God came, gave him many stories. I'll say three things. Told him, get out. he got out.
aramubwira ngo izuhaye ureba
Say, what you see,
ntiwongere kubireba
don't look at it again.
urareba
What you see,
ukabona umubiri ushaje
you see an old body,
kurireba
you look at yourself,
ukabona umuntu utabyara
you see you cannot.
ariko njewe ngureba
But when I see you,
ndashaka ngo ubone ibitandukanye bizo ndeba
I see different from
iyo
what you
Imana
see.
igiye kukuzamura
When God is about to promote you,
izikwereka ibyo abandi batareba
He shows you what other
iyo
people don't
Imana
see.
igiye kugukemura ikibazo
When God is to solve your
iziguha andi
problem,
maso
He gives you another set of
iramubwira ngo
eyes.
humura amaso yawe
He told Abraham, open your eyes
urebe hejuru
and look to the sky.
urareba iki Aburahamu
What do you see?
ndabona inyenyeri
I see many stars.
zingahe
How many?
sinshobora kuzibara
Uncountable.
urubyaro rwawe
Your descendants
ruzangana na ziriya
will
nyenyeri
be as many as
mu
those
yandi
stars.
magambo
In other words,
reka kureba umubiri wawe
take your eyes off
urebe izo jewe
your
ndeba
body.
kurareba umubiri upfuye utabyara
You're looking at an infertile
ariko ko
body.
nareba umubiri ubyara
Me, I see you as a
kabona
father,
n'urubyaro rwawe
and I see your
narureba
descendants,
sindubare
and it is uncountable.
kuva none
From today,
utangire kureba ibyo ndeba
start seeing as I see.
nturebe ibyo ureba
Don't see what's before you.
dawidi
David
ntiyigeze areba goliyati
never looked to Goliath
wanamutindeho
and took time on him.
yaravuze ngo
He said,
umufilisitiya utarakebwe
this
niwe
uncircumcised
mwakabirije
Philistine,
amaso yanyu
your eyes
karareba umuntu wubatse umubiri
are looking at the giant
akareba n'ibikoresho by'intambara
and his weapon.
amaso yanjye yo kwizera
But my eyes of
karabona
faith
umufilisitiya utarakebwe
are seeing
ngiye guca umutwe
an uncircumcised
nkawugaburira
Philistine
ibisiga
whom I'm going to behead.
nushaka guhinyuza ibiguhinyuza
You want to challenge your
usaba imana
challenges.
igukore ku maso
Ask God to open your eyes.
aburahamu iyo sesi irarangira
That was the first session with Abraham.
asubiye mu rugo yongera kubona wa mubiri
When he went back home, he started doubting
umugore
again.
akamubwira ariko iyo mana ibyo ngibyo yo bivuga ukabyemera
His wife is like, do you believe God?
imana imukorera indi sorti imukoresha indi sorti
And then God took him out again,
mujana ku nyanja baratembera
and they went by the sea.
iramubwira ngo kurareba iki
I asked him, what do you see?
ko ndareba umubiri utazabyara
I'm seeing an infertile body.
kandi ko ndabona ko
And I see
abo mu nzu y'abanyamahanga aribo bazazungura urugo rwawe
that foreigners will inherit
niyo
my
makuru yazabwira Imana
family.
kandi ko ari ukuri
And that was the truth.
imana iramubwira ngo ya
And God told him, no.
aha ku nyanja wabonye iki
What are you seeing by the
nabonye
shore?
umusenyi
I see sand.
wowe ubara
Can you count it?
sinawubara
I can't.
ni ku rubyaro rwawe ruzangana
That is how many your
iyo
descendants will be.
warebye neza
When you see properly,
ibyo wabonye byose biza bibi byawe
whatever you see becomes yours.
iyo warebye neza
If you're able to see,
ibyo warebye
whatever you behold,
kwizera kwawe
depending on your faith,
bituma ubisingira
will make you receive them.
yavuze ngo
That's why he said,
urambura amaso
open your
aho
eyes.
ureba ndahaguha
As far as you can
ndagira ngo
see,
nkubwire aya
I'll
magambo
give it to you.
sinzi amakuru wumva
It's not what you
sinzi
hear,
ibyo ureba
it's not what is
ariko
around you.
aburahamu ak'umuntu karagaruka
When Abraham came back,
avanayo ka morale
he
kazamutse
was slightly
ageze mu
encouraged.
rugo karongera karamanuka
When he went back home, he was
Imana yongera
discouraged.
kuza ubwa gatatu
God came the third
niyo
time.
makuru umwanditsi w'abaroma yagarutseho
And that's what Romans says.
noneho imana iramubwira ngo kuva none
And God said, from today,
maze iminsi nkubwira ngo urebe
I've been telling you to open your
ukareba
eyes.
ibitandukanye
And then you see different from me.
nasanze ntaraguhinduriye amatwi
It seems I've not had your
ndakora
ears.
ku byo wumva
I'm going to
kuko namaze
change.
gukora no ku byo ureba
I've changed the way you see. I'm going to change the way you hear. From today,
harya witwaga nde
what is your name?
aravuga ngo nitwa
What
aburahamu
has been your name? Abram.
umaze iminsi wicwa n'ibyo wumva
You've been called what you
ngiye
heard.
kugukiza mpereye mu byo wumva
I'm going to deliver you beginning from what you've been hearing.
witwa aburahamu
From today onwards, you'll be called
mu
Abraham.
mvugo yacu
In other words,
ni aburahamu nyine
Abraham is Abraham.
sarayi mu mvugo yacu
For us,
na
Sarah
sara ni sara nyine
and Sarah are the same.
ariko sara
But Sarah
ni nyirabihumbi
is a mother
ni nyina w'amahanga
of nations.
aburahamu ni se w'amahanga
Abraham is the father of nations.
nicyo gisobanuro ni naryo zina
That's what it means. That's
mu
the
gitondo
identity.
akavuga sarayi ngo sara we
So one day he would wake up and say,
nyina w'amahanga
Mother of nations.
abantu bakaba ari n'ukuri b'abasaza bararwaye n'ubwenge bwarashize
And
bwarayuze
neighbors would call them mad.
ariko hari icyo imana yari igamije
But God was up to something.
Iyo Imana igiye kuguhindura,
When God is going to change you,
ibyo wumva,
He begins with what you hear,
ibyo ureba,
how you see,
ikabona kuguhindura.
and then He will
Kugira
transform
ngo
you.
Imana iguhindure,
For God to transform you,
irazaguhindura ibyo wumva.
He changes what you hear.
Imbogamizi ya mbere n'ibyo twumva.
The second limitation is what
Imbogamizi
we
ya kabiri n'ibyo tureba.
The second limitation is what we
Uwo
see.
munsi atangira kwita umugore nyirakuruza w'amahanga,
From
n'umugore
that day,
akamwita sekuruza w'amahanga.
when their names
Bahinduye
changed,
ibyo bumva, bahindura n'ibyo bareba, isezerano rirasohora. Bwira mugenzi wawe ngo ushobora kuba waratinje isezerano, uracyaba muri negatife, uracyumva negatife, uracyavuga negatife. Niyo uzi ko umuntu agerana akazavuga ngo ibintu bampanuriye ngo bose ngo babesha bose, niba bavuze ngo bose barabesha deja, iyo si iryawe. Isezerano wapinze ntiribi ryawe. Niba umuntu nanaguhanurira kubesha, uzuvuga ngo ndacakiye, ikinyoma niciwe, ukuri n'ukwanje.
Some of you are delayed by God's promises, but it's you delaying yourself by your negative attitudes and your negativity. You hear people saying, I've been prophesied upon by so many people and nothing has come to pass.
Ikinyoma nice, ukuri n'ukwanje.
If they have lied, you just receive because it's for them.
Nabi, ariko nakiriye neza.
The prophet may not have seen well, but you receive whatever he said.
Kwizera n'ukumenya udashidikanya.
Faith is knowing beyond doubt.
Ukabira mu mwuka, ukabijana mu mubiri.
If someone gives you in a spiritual way,
iyo ndabivanguye,
you have to separate.
ugatanga ngo n'abandi bari barabimbwiye cyangwa bambwiye ibinyuranye nta mpamvu. Ubuhanuzi bwiza bwose bazaza bambwira n'abavangiwe n'abashaka amafaranga, nza mvuga ngo niba ari wowe wabyivugishije simbizi, ni wowe umbwiye ko ari Imana, mfashe ko ari Imana, bibe none kuko nabihawe. Kanabwira n'Imana ngo Mana, impamvu wemeye ko uyu muntu aza kunyibeshaho cyangwa kumbesha, nuko ushaka ko urema kwizera kwanje. Kuva none yabeshe ariko ntuzubeshe, yavuze ko ari wewe, niba ari wewe n'ibyanje.
You don't take your time to know whether the prophecy is true or not. If it is an encouraging word, you just receive it and tell God that I don't care if he's lying or not, your word is true and I receive it.
Imbogamizi ya gatatu.
The third limitation.
Ubwoba bukomoka ku byo twumvise n'ibyo twabonye.
The fear that is as a result of from what we see and what we hear.
Nico kintu cya gatatu gihinyuza ubuzima bwacu.
That is the third challenge in life.
Uwo munsi executive akimbwira ngo sinzakudefanda ariko sinzakurwanya, yitwaga nanze kumuvuga ko aracana umuyobozi ahandi. Naramubwiye ngo nta kibazo ariko ubwoba burantaha. Ndavuga ndetse none antanze, noneho ndarutiza izo zose zafunzwe, ariko igitangaje Imana yaratwimanye, Imana yaraduhishe, iyivuze irabikora.
When the local authority told me I'm on my own, I told him it's okay. But in me, I had a certain fear. I thank God. He's faithful. Many times, when the visitor called fear comes into a man's life, faith goes out. Those are two things that can never be in the same place. Where faith is, fear goes. Where fear comes, faith lives. I'll ask you one thing. In these 40 days, entertain faith and let go of fear. I've seen this work. Someone told me something. That he was selling cattle for 4 years. And then his business came to a standstill. He had 7 kids in Kigali here. His child had finished primary level, going to secondary school. He started wondering how to go through this. People told him to go back to the Congo. Even his elder brother told him, come back to your remaining cows. This man refused to go back to the village. And then he said, you want people to sustain you in this city of Kigali. He refused to go back. And he fed his faith. That's what he felt within him. What he was seeing.
ngo mu gitondo
one morning
akabona kuri cash power gatara karacanye.
He would see the electricity getting consumed in the meter, the cash power. He would see a red light blinking. That is the electricity. That means there's no gas. Those things always come at the same time. Even your data calls you. You even have no credit in your phone. I've seen this. Poverty calls upon each other. Problems have a way of communicating. When one comes and finds the door open, it always calls other problems. And you find that they are all upon you. What you see. What you see. Don't take long. You look to what God sees. Faith is knowing that you will see what you hope for. Don't see what others see. Don't fear what others fear. David could connect the two. And yet, despite the discouragement, he was despised by three people. First and foremost, his brother Eliab told him, where have you left your few sheep? What are you doing here? Go back to your little sheep. That was the first discouragement. But he was saying, me, I can defeat this guy. And then the spies of Saul had him. And the others were afraid. And they were like, there's a kid called David who thinks he can come. Saul called for him. When he came before Saul, Saul looked at him, saw his size, a young boy. He said, you cannot. David said, I can. I gave him his CV. Let me show you. When my sheep were attacked by bear and lions, God would give me power to overcome them. I have a CV against a lion. How about a mere Philistine? And then Saul, his despising reduced. Then he looked at him, said, you, if you're going to fight, have my armor. That's another way of despising. So you're not going to fight, but my armor, my body armor. When God wants, He doesn't use our honor. When He gives you faith, He doesn't use your friends. When He's building your faith, He doesn't use what you have. He doesn't use our weapons. His weapons are not our weapons. Our weapons are not only the weapons of faith. David told him, keep your armor. I'm not used to it. God will not share His glory. I'm going to fight in the name of Jesus. I see Goliath, and I will defeat him in the name of God with the armor of faith. I will defeat him with the armor of faith. You keep your armor. That was the second discouragement. The third discouragement is when Goliath saw him. He's like, which kind of person have you brought? He couldn't even see him. So I will kill him and feed him to the eagles. He saw what he had in his hand. You're coming against me with stones. Am I a dog? But Never despise what God has spoken upon your life. Because He's able. Those three limitations you will encounter in life. You will hear what people say. You will see what's around you. And having seen and heard, you will feel fear. Three lessons quickly. The first one. Never despise what God has placed in you. If you want to, never despise the potential God has put in you. Because He's able. He's able to do abundantly above what we think. The power that overcomes is within us. The power that overcomes is within us. It's not our own strength. So don't undermine yourself basing on what you've seen, heard, and feared. The second lesson, put on the full armor of God. You cannot overcome without faith and all those the armors of God. Our weapons are not the usual weapons, but they are more potent than David knew the potential and weapons God had given him. He didn't take care about Goliath. Thirdly,
dream big. Dream big.
Never have a poor in dreams. Do not have a poverty of vision. Don't be short-sighted. I love Isaiah 54. He says, stretch your boundaries. Stretch your tent. Stretch forth your tent.
Enlarge the space of your tent.
Stretch your tent. Open your mouth and I will fill it. Do not have small visions, even if many people have killed their dreams because of the challenges they encounter. I love the life of Joseph. He kept dreaming even in the prisons. He even told people to remember him. Great visions. What can I say? I feel within me many things. But let me stop here since we are still together. For the entire week I'll be sharing. We'll have even testimonies.
The whole week
It's going to be such a special week. Stand up and we pray.
Some
people are wondering how we'll go about the fasting. Worship team. From 5 p.m. The worship team will be here. The intercessors will come earlier. 5 sharp. We'll be live online. We'll have the word. We'll have praying. We'll hear testimonies. We'll have worship and praise. and even giving our offerings. This is what we are going to do throughout the 40 days. We encourage you to fast. If you have a sickness, you may not fast. Especially chronic diseases. Those who fast. Don't look gloomy simply because you're fasting.
No, ntugomba kubabara ibiryo ndiwe ntawaguhatiye kureka ibiryo nta nubwo dusenga kugira ngo Imana nitwiriza kugira ngo Imana itwumve.
It's not forceful, and it's not going to make God hear us.
Ariko nibavuze ngo hari cyo ngiye kwiyima ubwire ushobora no kwibuza kurya nijoro.
But if it is a sacrifice,
ushobora no kuva mu gitanda cyawe cyiza.
You may even get out of your comfortable bed. You may even fast from your phone.
Babwire nje icyo nzakora guhereje.
From today, tomorrow, you will not see me on WhatsApp. That's how things are. That's what I'm fasting. I see other people who can volunteer to share the word. They can take on from there. I'll be on the groups. Because of work related. If you don't see my messages, I am fasting from WhatsApp. When time comes, I will reply some messages that I'm able to. That's clear. If you're able, the food that you would eat, some people even spend 10,000. Some go to expensive restaurants. Even when some go to cheaper places. If you give that food to your neighbor, and then they are blessed, and they are blessed, and then they are blessed, and they eat on your behalf, that you may hear God. Or even pay health insurance. Maybe I was going to spend 3,000. I'm going to spend it on health insurance. I'm going to pay for people. And God will tell God to solve your problems. Who is ready to pray with us these 40 days? Raise your hand even if you're not able, but you're willing. You'll have such a wonderful time. Father, you thank you for your faithful God. Speak to us in this time. You are good God. As people have committed to pray, there are things that you will change in our lives. You won't give us what we need only. There are even things you'll get rid of us. Those who haven't been having a good sight, you'll open their sight. Those who have been hearing voices, you'll give them to hear you. Those who have been fearful, give them faith. Those who had gotten discouraged, you'll give them hope. You're giving us a new testimony, a new song, new promises. We thank you, Lord. Show you those who are having chronic issues. Heal them in this time. Many have pledged that if they get well, they will fast like others. Hear their prayer. Those who are unemployed, those who need marriage, those who want to travel, Those need visas.
Abashaka umwuka wawe wera.
You need your spirit.
Abashaka gukura mu mwuka.
Want to get mature.
Abashaka ubusabane nawe.
Those who seek fellowship.
Abashaka kukumva hafi.
Those who want to hear you.
Ubigaragarize mwana.
Reveal yourself to them.
Turagukunda.
We love you.
Tuzaguhora iruhande.
And we'll be with you.
Turagukunda.
We love you.
Wadukunze kuruta uko tugukunda.
Because you loved us more than we love you. We love you.
Utugabe ibihe byiza.
Given us a wonderful season. We love you.
Turagukunda.
We love you.
Turagukunda.
We love you.
Duhimbaraga.
Give us power. Strengthen us. Strengthen us. That we may sacrifice. That we may fast from food. That they can sacrifice something. Even you. Your word says, I love those who love me. Those who seek me find me. As they seek you, reveal yourself to them. We give you a round of applause.
Twagiriwe na Yesu hari uburinzi bukomeye duhabwa buri munsi hari imbabazi zikomeye twagiriwe na Yesu utayobya zako meza ngwizere kuko utabi kuko imigambi yawe kuri njye kuko imigambi yawe kuri njye zakomeza muhaguruke ku maguru yanyu iminota 3 tuvuga ngo kuko imigambi yawe ari myiza kuri iyi minsi 40 twatangiye uzakira ndi masezerano masha imigambi misha wumve Bwana sifiwe. Hallelujah. Tugende. Imbabazi n'urukundo nibyo bituma tudashiraho imbabazi n'urukundo nibyo bituma zategereza nizeye nukuri jambo yambwiye kizashika zategereza nizeye icyo twavuganye kizasohora zategereza nihanganye gwino kuko imigambi kuri njye kuko imigambi yawe kuri njye ari myiza
cyane mugihagaze
turashimira ku ijambo ry'Imana ryiza.
We thank the word of God.
Mutahana iminsi 40.
Ndio.
They are not to miss 40 days.
Muyitegure.
Please prepare yourselves.
Muyikore.
Please work for it.
Buriya ari ikintu naje kumenya.
There's one thing that I came to know.
Iyo umuntu akoze ikintu,
If someone does something,
haba harimo ikindi.
there is another thing.
Nta
embedded.
kintu kiza kigenda cyonyine.
There is nothing that goes alone.
Buri ikintu kibamwe ikindi.
Everything has anything else behind.
Amasengesho azabyara ibintu bikomeye.
Prayers bring to pass.
Kongeraho kwiyiriza n'akarusho.
Then adding fasting.
Kongeraho gutanga ukagaburira abandi waretse kurya hari ikintu.
Then if you feed others and
Muri iyi minsi 40
in these 40 days,
kuza iminsi yose kuva ejo kuva ubu nyine nimugoroba mu kanya kugeza iminsi 40 irangiye.
coming every day in the evening up to the last day of 40 days,
Harimo ikindi kintu.
there is nothing.
Ntabwo ari ugukora ubusa.
It is not doing nothing.
Gutonda iminsi 40 hano
Coming here for 40 days
ntabwo ari ubusa.
is not wasting of time.
Kwiyiriza kwawe
Your fasting
ntabwo ari ubusa.
is wastage of time.
Gutanga amafaranga yawe kuri social ukareka wowe ukagaburira abandi
Giving money in social affairs and feeding others
ntabwo ari ubusa.
is not a wastage of time.
Ibyo byose ni umugisha wawe,
It is all your blessing,
kandi itorero riba ryabiteguye kugira ngo bibabere umugisha.
and the church prepares this so that it becomes a blessing unto you.
Kaze rero mu minsi 40
You're welcome 40 days.
mutumire n'abandi
Invite others.
ugira icyo ukora
Do something.
kuko icyo ukora kirimo umugisha.
For everything you do, there is a blessing therein.
Iminsi 40
For 40 days,
uzayitange mu buhamya.
please have testimony in these 40 days.
Ndabikwifurije.
I wish you for this.
Dushimye abashyitsi badusuye,
We thank the pastors who have
bavandimwe
us.
mwakoze cyane.
Thank you very much.
Tongeye kubaha kaze mu nzu y'Imana.
Again, the house of God.
Turabashimiye mwese kwituze.
Thank you all.
Turashimira ku bantu bakomeje kudufasha kugira ngo uyu muriro ugende neza.
Thank God for those who have helped us for the electricity issue.
Mwese Imana ibagirire neza.
Thank you so much.
Dufite igitaramo mu kanya saa 9.
We have a conference here
Saa
at
9 tuzaba dutangiye.
3 p.m. sharp. We shall
Dufite
start.
abantu bavuye hirya no hino. Pastor Muyoboke turamwakiriye,
We welcome Pastor Nyoboke.
yaje muri icyo giterane
Has come for this
kimwe
one.
n'abandi bavuye hirya no hino.
Everyone has come in different places.
Mumbabarire mvuga iki kintu kimwe.
Help me to speak this word out.
Itorero ryacu mbikundi rugira ibintu byinshi byiza kimwe n'abandi,
Our church has many programs together with like others.
ariko muri bimwe mbona tugira byiza cyane by'umwihariko
But our speciality,
ni ibiterane bihoraho.
it is the consistent conferences.
Ntacyo tuzireguza.
We don't have anything.
Dufite
to talk
inyubako
about.
nziza,
We
dufite
have a
ahantu
good
heza.
church. We have a good church.
Kuba duhorana ibiterane bihoraho
Because we have always conferences that
ni
keep on
ubuntu
going.
twagiriwe
It's
n'Imana.
the grace that we got from
Kaze
God.
rero muri ibyo biterane.
We welcome in those
Dufite
conferences.
igiterane nimugoroba.
It's starting from today evening.
Ukomezi nituvamwo tuje muri 40.
So from there today, then
Nituva
we
muri
enter
40
into
hari
40
ibindi birimo
days,
gutegurwa
and other many things are
kugira
being
ngo umuntu
prepared.
w'umwuka akomeze
The
yubakike.
Spirit of God can continue to be
Rero
with us.
kaze mu kanya saa 9
Therefore, you're welcome to today
muze dusenge
at
kandi
3
dushime
p.m.
Imana.
so that we can come and praise
Zamura
God.
ikiganza cyawe.
Lift your hand.
Turagushimiye mwami Imana
We thank God.
mu izina rya Yesu.
In the might of Jesus,
Watugiriye
you
neza,
have done us well.
waduhaye
You
ijambo
have given us your word
ryo kubaka ubuzima bwacu.
of building our life.
Iminsi 40 dushize imbere
The 4 days they have put before
yo
us,
gusenga no kwiyiriza
of praise, of worshiping
no
and
gukora ibindi
praising
bikorwa
and
by'urukundo.
doing other things.
Mwami Imana,
God, Lord,
turasaba imbaraga,
we pray for power.
turasaba ubushobozi,
We pray for strength and ability.
imbaraga ntambara ziduca intege
All the battles that are weakening
kugira ngo
us,
tureke gukora ibyo tugomba
that we
gukora.
may not do what we are supposed to do.
Mwami Imana,
Father, Lord,
ibyo byose bitsindwe.
all that may be defeated.
Bohora abantu babona umwanya.
Father, deliver all the people so that they get time.
Bohora abantu biyirize.
Help people, Father, to fast.
Bohora abantu bagira icyo bakora ku bw'abandi.
So that they can do for others.
Social irusheho kuzamuka
So that social
cyane.
affairs can be forward.
Turabigusabye n'imbaraga dukuri
Father, we
wawe.
pray in the power of your name.
Turadutekereza ibyiza.
You think about the good things,
ibi bikatwitanga imbere.
but mostly bad things
Duhe
come before
imbaraga
us.
z'ibikorwa byiza bitugezwe imbere.
So strengthen us for the power
kugira
for
ngo
good things that
tubikore
are
kuko
before us.
ijambo ryawe
So
rivuga.
that according to your word,
Turagushimiye mwami.
we praise you.
Ugendane natwe.
Be with us as you
Ukanya wongere kugarukana natwe.
can come back here.
Mu izina rya Yesu.
Jesus is name.
Amen.
Amen.
Dusuhuzanye.
Greet your
Tugendane
neighbors
amahoro y'Imana.
and go in the peace of God.
Murakoze cyane.
May God bless you. Hallelujah.
Urukundo ruhebuje data yadukunze.